I'm back. What is going on, everybody? It has been a very long time, and I'm gonna catch you up on what we kind of been doing. You know, you guys obviously know we had a kid. She's doing great, already damn near 11 pounds, month old. Everything's going fabulous. With that being said, though, still busy as all get out. We've been getting ready for winter. This past week we've had temps in the high 20s, low 30s at night, so it has been cold, which means winter is right around the corner. We are ready for it. That's what we've been doing. We've been getting ready for winter. We are standing outside the shop, aka my garage, and we got it all set up, halfway organized. You know, when you move, I mean, how long does it take someone to be fully moved in after they move? You know, we moved in here beginning of May, and there's still so much stuff that we have to go through. Thankfully, I have enough room in my garage to get it out of the way so I could put everything in the garage, which is awesome. So but we're gonna do a little tour of the shop so you guys can see what I've been cooking up. I would open the garage door, but I will eventually, but it's windy, and I have a tunnel right here, and the leaves just blow right in there. So yeah, I can show you guys this. So here's my compound gate. You know, nobody can get in or out. And then, as you can see, we got the garage right there. The fridge took a shit, so that's the old one. But that's the garage. And you're probably wondering, how does a guy get his pump backed in there? Well, if you haven't looked over there already, I'll show it to you in a little bit. Let's go on in. All right, here she is in all her glory. Oh, got a little glare right there. There's a chip on the lens, and there's nothing I can do about that. But yep, here she is. Everything that runs concrete pumping service can fit inside this one garage. The pump I back in right here, and then the truck we back in right there. So we'll just kind of walk around and kind of explain stuff, my stuff, pool stuff like that. This garage came with an AC unit. Never ran it, probably never will. This is pretty sweet though. The guy who had this house before me, I believe, was a bodywork guy, mechanic, something to do with cars. But he installed this ginormous exhaust fan. So welding, painting, anything during the winter is gonna be great. But the only downfall is you can't really run that without a door open, because it puts so much stress on this motor. There's no airflow. It's just trying to suck. It's almost trying to, you know, kind of like that submarine. It's trying to implode the garage. Here we got, these are our delay sets, readily on hand, so I can just grab them right before we're about to leave if we need be. This is a bucket heater. This is my idea for the winter if what I did last year. I mean, last year worked out all right, but if it gets cold, we didn't have very many cold days. So if it gets colder, what I did might not work. So that's a bucket heater. We might have to run an inverter and run that in and heat my tank somehow. So that's what that is. That's a bucket heater. We have all of our hose, all the hose we own. So I believe this is roughly 400 feet of 2-inch hose. Well, 420 feet. And then this is our 2.5-inch hose, and the rest of it is on the truck. We have 150 feet on the truck, and we have 325 feet total. So that's that. Oh, and another reason why I think this is a body shop guy is He has this light at a 45-degree angle here, so I'm pretty sure you could pull up in here and it would shine right into whatever he's working on. Got a wild hair at my ass last night and whipped that bad boy out. Had this dartboard for 9 years, close to 9 years. It's a cork board, so we built this. We sanded it down and stuff. It's not like professionally done, but professionally done enough for my garage. But that way we can save the wall. Oh, we're ready for winter here. We got our Frankenstein snowblower. We got a Husky motor in the back end, and we got an MTD front end. So that's pretty cool. And now this is the workshop. We got a couple TVs. We're gonna hang one of them in here. One of them's going in the house. But yeah, I think that guy we're gonna hang somewhere. That way we can watch stuff. We got all our liquid stuff kind of up in here. Battery terminal spray, air compressor oil, WD-40, PB blaster, degreaser stuff. All our grease with more grease up there. Yep, cleaning supplies. Got all the oil, air compressor oil for this air compressor and pressure washer and everything else. So we got a nice little vise installed here. There was already one installed here, but the guy took it with him, so obviously I had to go get my own. Underneath here, this was a dog kennel, so you could go, just open her up. We got some stuff in there, but it was a dog kennel. So I need to board that off before winter and probably throw some insulation in here. But this winter, I also am going to completely take this apart. I'm not gonna put a dog out here. So that's a lot of storage I can use. So that's what we're gonna do there. I am gonna be getting a welding cart here soon, or some type of cart, maybe not an actual welding cart, but some type of cart, so I can organize that a little better. Air compressor, shop vac. We have installed a backup camera on the truck, because when my truck backs in here, we're talking this far. This is how much room I got to work with to get my truck to fit in here. We make it work. But instead of me getting out, looking, get back in, back up a little bit, get out, look, and all, you know how it goes. We're not doing that. So we got a backup camera. We got a nice screen to go with it. That's the old stuff. This is our first set of square plates we've ever went through. I kind of want to do something with them. I don't know what to do with them. If you got any ideas, let me know. You know, tell me down in the comments. What is something cool we can do in remembrance of our first ever wear parts change? This this is an air body, and this is a prime example of why you don't turn the air off during a shotcrete pour. The thing's filled, completely filled. So, but that's that. We'll keep that for educational purposes as well. In here, power inverter, little heater, stuff to wash, porta power, battery jumper. We got our straps up here, all our oil filters, fuel filters. Here we got weed eater string, just some, oh, we got our paint here. Put it, oh, that doesn't fit. Bob Saget. All right, right here, Scotty. This is the paint I use to redo my panel on my pump. This is it, good stuff. We got hole saws, air nailer slash staple nailer. We got our grinding discs, assortment of screws. We got woodworking tools up there. Well, we'll deal with that later. Woodworking tools up there. Yeah, there's really nothing up there, just spare stuff. And when we get bored in the shop, we play with our little toy crane. I haven't ran this thing in so long. Batteries and stuff are somewhere in one of these boxes. That's a hookah, by the way. That's a hookah. Back in my party days, bought this thing. So stupid. Yeah, that's pretty much it for out here. Then we come under here. This is where we keep all the bentonite. We are stacked up with bentonite. And another thing, this only comes up to here. So and then if you look under here, this goes all the way up. So from here to here is just dead space under there. So again, during the winter, I don't need this on here at all. So we're gonna pop this off and open this up all the way to make ourselves a little more storage room. We're gonna gain a lot more storage room because this mess takes up 8 feet all the way up to the ceiling. A lot of room I could do stuff with right there. Under here, we got our delay sets are back yonder. Or that way we can refill our whatchamacallit over there, milk crate. We got concrete remover, we got spatter coat. This is our tub we keep everything that we're using in. So we got floor dry in there. This is an open bag of bentonite so we can refill when we need to, and that is concrete remover and stuff. And as you can see, I've done my best to try to leave it in the tote, but sometimes if you do something in here, you will hit that, and for some reason it's pressurized, so it squirts. We got our heater up there. We got to clean that up a little bit, but we hooked that guy up. We ran the gas to it. We tested it. It works. Thermostat works. Thermostat is right yonder, and it works. So I'm very pleased with that. Very pleased. In this little room here, we have more pump stuff. We have our yard tools. We got our winter gear, level, pool cue. These are our pumper caddies, and I also store plastic bags in there. So I think we got plastic bags about right here right now. Concrete tools for when I need to hop on that slab with them. Emergency washout bag, and then you've seen this rack in where we were at the other place. It's obviously a little different now, but these are all our spare clamps and gaskets. 2, 2.5, 3, 4, and 5. We got spare mud cups and rings. These are agitator ends. I got new ones when I ordered everything. We got backup ones just in case. Backup water pump because I had issues with my pump, not too long ago. I was in the middle of a pour, and well, not in the middle, it was like right towards the end, the last like 2 yards, and my machine just shut off on me. Went and looked at it, and it was hot. It was hot. So we thought it was the water pump. First thought it was the thermostat, replaced the thermostat. That didn't work. We thought it was the water pump. So we ordered the water pump, and while the water pump was on its way, we did a radiator flush. We took apart the whole front, took the radiator off, flushed it out, put new coolant in there, and it was fine. So we didn't need to buy the water pump, but we got a spare water pump for when it leaks, because it's going to leak. We just don't know when. Shotcrete nozzle tips. And then this is literally just a box of all the parts I have used and ordered, I believe. That is for not being in there. Why not? It's just an impeller for the transfer pump on my truck. But that transfer pump took a dump, So we got a new one, which obviously came with new impeller and stuff for that brand. Old license plates, because South Dakota changed their license plates and got different designs. So we got our old ones here. We got large, let's see, I got them all kind of labeled here. Large bearing seals, all sorts of spare seals and stuff in here for whenever we need to do that. Lots of goodies in there. We got the Holy Bible, and then down yonder we got starter. You know the issue I have with starting my pump. Thought it was the starter. It's not the starter. Got a new starter that cost me freaking 450 bucks. But we kept the old one because it's not bad. I believe it's not bad. So rear discharge outlet, I funkered that thing up. So that's why we got a new one. I'm not, like, this thing is, it's probably not that bad, but I could not get this thing off for the life of me. And it is kind of mushroomed. If anything, I think we can cut this off and then maybe get a 5-inch HD end, and then I will bring it to someone and have them just weld it on there. I believe that would work just fine. So then I have a backup rear discharge outlet, spare accumulator bottle, and these are all our pumper caddies, homemade pumper caddies that we made like 12 of them that day, which is plenty. You don't need more than that, but you can get 28 or something like that out of one 10-foot stick of, I think I went with 8-inch. I'd go bigger, 10 or 12, if you're making yours like that. Yeah, I would do that. We got our old 5-to-3 reducer, which we never use. I could probably use that on some jobs and then just run one reducer, like shotcreting. I could probably just use this, especially when we're only running 50, 60, 75 feet of hose. So we got our 2-inch wall hook. This is our crappy reducer. What was this? 3 to 2.5-inch reducer. Just like pretty much wore down to like nothing. It was very thin. So that's what we cut off, and we made a new blowout cap. We've used it once. I didn't weld it very good, and there's a hole in it, so I haven't used it since. But that's pretty much it for the garage, for the shop. Pretty slick, huh? Not too shabby. We got a little Decor, Ducks Unlimited. We got the 2 fish I have caught, the only 2 fish I've got mounted. That one was caught in Rapid Creek in 2006 off a fishing pole, 1 tiny little hook, and 2 pieces of sweet corn on there. And that guy was caught in Beaver Creek, the mouth of Beaver Creek where it goes into the Big Sioux. None of you guys probably know where this is. Some of you might, if you're from this area. But now it is dried up completely. It is just a little trickle, and you cannot catch fish from there anymore. You'd have to walk way upstream or walk to the river. But yes, we caught that girl, I should say, 27.5 inches, and I believe it was 8 pounds. She just spawned. She was flabbier than flabby. I'd never forget that. But yeah, that's the garage. Now, let's show you guys how we get everything in here. All right, so Caleb, how do you get this sitting back in that corner with the wall right here? Well, let me show you. I scavenged the internet for a while. I was trying to find an electric trailer jack. They're expensive. I think the cheapest one I could find that could handle this weight was like 1,500 bucks. The one I really wanted was like $3,000, but it's not an option. So we found the Trailer Valet, and this is the Trailer Valet XL. So it has a 2 5/16 ball on it, obviously, and it's all mechanical. There's no motor. You literally just hook the drill up to this, and oh, you need a drill to turn that, I guess. Oh, you need to turn. So this is the brake. You got to push this all the way up. That unlocks it, and then you can spin this, and then as you can see, it spins the wheels. Pretty neato. And then you take the ball, you put it in here. Like, I can't open this right now because you take that spanner wrench. You take the spanner wrench and you tighten this, and this plate right here gets tight to that, so that way it doesn't move when you're moving it. So I keep the weight off it obviously when it's just sitting here. But you just lower this guy down. Oh, put the brake on, that way it doesn't roll. Start rolling. Get that guy off the ground a little bit. All right. So I'll show you how this bad boy works. And when you run this, you have to run it on 1. You cannot run that on 2 on your drill. It's not meant for speed, it's meant for torque. And I'm probably gonna speed this up because it's not super fast, but it's not super slow. Is this thing going to suck during the winter? I'm not sure. I will be having ice melt on hand to completely destroy the rest of my concrete to make sure this thing gets grip. I mean, there's so much weight on it. I think it's gonna get traction. But yeah, we are gonna be making sure this is just completely melted. If not, we are going to be looking some things up to maybe see if they got some like studded tires, or if I can make studded tires. Pretty sure these are no flat tires. There's no air in them or anything. So probably not the best idea to drill into them, because we will destroy the foam or whatever is inside of there with moisture. But we'll look into it, see how it goes. That little Trailer Valley XL can push 10,000 pounds up a 7-degree slope, I believe. So my driveway here slopes down to right here, and then it slopes down to right here. So there's a middle here. And the guys who poured this did a fantastic job, as you can tell. Big slab, no control joints, no cut joints, no nothing. So great work on the people who put this in. But yep, there she is. She fits in there perfect. This was in the way, so I couldn't get in exactly. Usually I can get it to where the reducing elbow is like right in line right here, and then there's adequate amount of room to work back here on this. It's pretty nice. You know, I'm excited to actually do a little wrenching on this thing. I'm not gonna back my truck in here and show you guys that. It fits, I promise. It's not fun, but you gotta sacrifice things, you know? I want to run this from my house. I want to be able to sit out here, do some maintenance, and then go inside, eat a good meal, drink some beers, you know, be with my family, and then if I gotta come back out here, I can just walk out my door and come to my garage and continue where I was. Before, I was, you know, 3-4 miles from the place doing maintenance. I would be there for 10-12 hours, and then a couple times my wife brought me food while I was working. This is just the best way to go. If you can do this, do it. Absolutely. Run the business from your house. It's just awesome. You don't have to wake up super duper early to get to the shop. You know, when you get done for the day, you don't have to go to the shop, drop everything off, and then get in your personal car and come home. You just go home and then you're done. So very, very highly recommend trying to run a business from your house if you can. If you're a one-man, one-pump operation, definitely. I do have a few videos not ready not ready by any means. One before the baby, couple after the baby. Good shotcrete one with the guy who trained me. He drove down and he was a backup operator because my wife could have went into labor at any time. So he came down and just backed me up. And if I ever had to leave, since this was his pump, you know, I knew he knew how to run it. So that's a good one. He is the slick pack master. We kind of asked him about it, like what's the secret, and you know, he swears by it. 350, 400 foot, 400 foot prime outs with slick pack, 2-inch line. I don't know how he does it, but he does it. I hate it. I got a whole box of it right there. Someone want to buy it from me? Now these are pretty nice as a pumping aid. Got a little bit of a rough mix, throw a couple of these in there. It just might make it better. Just might. Thanks guys for watching this video. I greatly appreciate it. You know I always do. I will be trying my best to get some more videos out. I don't know how fast or if it will be as quick as it was before baby. You know, one a week, but we'll get some out. We'll get some out. I promise.